Welcome back to Base to Cringe. Today we're going to be going over video game genres. With me, as per usual, I have Fish Lady, and our guest on the show today is...
Ape?
Yeah.
Ape! Yes, okay. We're starting with action games.
Whatever he's playing.
Yeah, whatever he's playing must be pretty interesting. Fucking
Action packed.
Yeah, pretty action packed. I played Psychonauts recently, and that was like an action platformer, and I really liked that. I can't say I've played too many like nuts to butts just action games, you know, because those are usually like. That's like the PlayStation boy game, you know?
Yeah.
Like the fucking God of Wars and fucking like what's that one called? The Last of Us?
Yeah.
Like that shit. Like that's an
Yeah.
action game. Like but it seems pretty boring to play most of them, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like action should just be like a modifier, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
I never want to play just an action game. I want to play like an action platformer, like an action shooter, or
Yeah.
like action rhythm. I'm gonna say action's pretty cringe, not gonna lie, just because it can't stand on its own.
Well, I have a library of like 5 games. So everything's cringy.
I would say action games are pretty cringe. It's probably one of my least played genres.
What was the last? What was the last like actual action game you played?
Would you consider Star Wars: The Force Unleashed to be an action game?
I'd say it's definitely like somewhere in like the action genre, but I don't know.
Hot.
What would you call something like Infamous?
I've never played Infamous.
Oh, okay. They're pretty comparable, but Infamous I think has more like open world elements to it.
Yeah.
So I'd put that more in like the open world genre, like open world sandbox.
Is that the last one you played?
For what action
Yeah,
game?
what's the last action game you've played?
Last action game I played? Fuck. Honestly, probably The Last of Us when I had a PlayStation, like 8 years ago or whatever. So
Well, you just
It's been a
said
long time.
Psychonauts.
that's an
Could
action
be.
platformer.
Oh,
I'd say that's more of a
makes sense.
platformer than an action game.
Okay.
Educate yourself.
Yeah. Pussy.
I'm just taking in what you say,
Yeah.
putting in my file cabinets.
Alright, platformers. Platformers, I think, are pretty hit or miss. Like, 2D platforming, I think it's gotta be, like, real, like... There has to be something else going on outside of it just being, like, 2D platforming.
Like what?
Like, I got done playing Metroid Dread, and that one is, like, it's a platformer, and also it's, like, dungeon crawler. So, like, you spend time crawling, like, exploring and
Yeah.
shit like that while you're, like, platforming. It's not just, like, Mario, like, old 2D Mario, where it's just, like, go,
Yeah.
you know? Like, that stuff can be fun, but it's nowhere near as good as something like that. Or, like, 3D platformers.
I really liked Crash Bandicoot when I was a kid. I played a ton of that.
Dude, Crash is a weird one, too,
kinda
because
is.
you're, like, running, like, at the camera and
Yeah.
away from the camera.
Yeah, it's
rather
weird.
than just, like, 2D or 3D.
I like platformers. I've never been much of a fan of like Mario, but
Yeah.
like Donkey Kong and
Yeah.
Crash, I've enjoyed.
Uh-huh. What about, like, 3D platformers? Like, have you played many of those? That's, like, my
Yeah,
favorite,
I played
like...
a couple, I think. I'm trying to think of some.
Yeah. Have you played, Bubsy 3D?
No.
Good.
Man, I'm trying to think of like a 3D platformer that I played before.
Have
I
you
know
played, like, Mario Galaxy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Or...
Played Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, Mario Sunshine. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna say platformers are overall they're pretty cringe, just because like there's more bad than good.
They're just easy to roll out.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I mean, like the Metroid game was like the first one in like decades. You know, they're not like that easy.
Ooh, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's like a lot of
Stupid
like
ones.
IPs. Yeah, like every character has their own platformer basically.
Yeah. I don't know if I would cringe the entire genre, but
Really.
99% of
You
it.
sound.
Yeah, maybe,
It would appear
actually.
that I'm. Yeah.
I don't know. There's like platformers most of the time. I feel like you're just kind of like meh. Okay,
Yeah. Well, it's like the original fucking like game
Yeah,
genre
yeah,
too.
true.
Like you have Pong, and then after that you have fucking Mario.
See, I feel like what you said for action platformer should just be a modifier. It's like no one wants just a straight platformer.
Yeah,
anymore.
they want like 3D platformer
Yeah.
or like platformer dungeon crawler.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You gotta have something else. With
I would
that.
agree. That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
All right, shooters. I'm gonna say
Pew pew.
I like first person a lot,
Yeah.
and third person is eh.
Yeah.
I don't know of anybody that prefers it the other way around.
I don't even know. Like, what are good third person shooters or well liked third person
Gears
shooters?
of War.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Spec Ops.
Spec Ops.
Like Spec Ops: The Line. That was like the last game that came out.
Oh.
That came out like mid Xbox 360 era.
Oh wow. Yeah, that was a long time
So,
ago.
yeah, like the third person shooters kind of been on the out as of late.
What about second person shooters?
I can't think of any.
Shooting a second person.
Yes.
All games.
Yeah, I'll shoot the other guy.
A shooter game, but you don't shoot a single person or thing.
You mean Portal?
Sure.
I think I've played like basically every big first person shooter franchise at least like once. So I gotta give shooters a base.
Oh, definitely for
Because, yeah, I've played so many like shooters.
Shooters
Like if I were to go into my game library, I'm sure like at least a third of the games I own are shooters.
Yeah, same. Shooter is a good genre.
Yeah. I think we also just like happened to grow up in like the greatest era of shooters too.
Yeah,
you know?
true.
Like we were growing up in like the decade where like Halo was popular. Doom was still like a thing like early in our lives, and then like
Call of Duty.
a little later, yeah. Not to mention Call of Duty, Battlefield, fucking
Rainbow Six.
yeah, goddamn Rainbow Six, fucking
Yeah.
and then like not to mention all the like first player like single player shooters that like I've played like Spec Ops and fucking like Sniper Elite and that kind of shit. Yeah, love shooters.
Yes.
Fighting games. Fighting games are the shit.
Yes.
If you don't
Great
like fighting games, you're wrong.
This is like another one of the like. I mean, this
Quintessential video game genres.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, if you're not good at like a single fighting game, I assume you're not good at video games.
Yeah, you really can't even call yourself a gamer if you like
It's a fact.
don't have a respectable skill level in at least.
Yeah,
one fighting game.
yeah. That just
I'm
shows your
offended.
dedication and power of
Yeah.
mind.
Fighting game may be one of the best genres.
Yeah.
You try playing The Sims and keeping all 5 kids until they're adults.
Bet easy.
Quite difficult.
I'm sure you don't even know how to fucking min-max your baby farts in Sims, do you?
Babies don't fart in Sims. They literally just lay in the crib and you gotta feed them and
Can
change
you like
their
beat
diapers.
them with a big rock?
No, but you can lock them in the basement and take away the door so the CPS can't get them.
Nice.
That's pretty.
I'm definitely gonna download Sims and start torturing babies.
Yeah, holy shit! I didn't know there was a child abuse feature. In the
Yeah,
Sims.
what can I get child beating mods?
I bet there are.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I want a fighting game set in the Sims universe. Fuck you.
Fighting game where you only fight children.
Yes. Yeah,
You're
that's what I'm saying.
grown-ass
I
adult
was
character.
yeah, when they announced like Nick All-Star Brawl, I'm like, hell yeah, I want like Tommy from Rugrats. I want to beat up babies. Beat 'em ups. I think beat 'em ups can be cool, but I think they have to be like really short. You know, they I feel like if it lasts longer than like 6 to 8 hours, it really overstays its welcome.
Yeah.
Didn't you say Cuphead was one?
Cuphead's
No,
a
that's a
shoot 'em
shoot 'em
up.
Oh, fuck. Same goddamn thing in my brain.
Well, beat 'em up is with fish, shoot 'em up is with guns.
Yeah, big difference.
You can beat someone with a gun.
That's true.
It's called a pistol whip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only like modern like beat 'em ups I can really think of, it's like I don't know, like the Arkham games, Batman Arkham.
Yeah, 3D beat 'em ups. I was thinking more like 2D beat 'em ups,
Yeah, that's
like
kinda what I was-
like Battletoads.
Yeah,
Or like Streets of Rage.
yeah,
Like Ninja Gaiden.
yeah.
I'm pretty
It's
sure.
kind of
I've
just
never
like-
played Ninja Gaiden though.
There's not a lot of beat 'em ups out there these days. I feel like
Yeah.
it's kind of not a popular genre.
Yeah. All the beat 'em ups that I keep seeing anymore are sort of like indie titles, shorter experiences. Like I think it works well for the genre.
Yeah.
Because I think that because it's usually like one or two buttons, there's not a whole lot of like interesting gameplay that can be put into a beat 'em up. Because that's sort of like the whole idea is like dumb, mindless gameplay
Yeah.
that is like against really dumb AIs.
Yeah.
So it's usually there doesn't need to be much happening
Yeah.
for the genre to like thrive.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm gonna say cringe.
I'm gonna give that a cringe
Personally,
also.
yeah, just because like it's not a genre that I think will last as long as something like a platformer or shooter.
Yeah.
Like beat 'em ups, like basically were only popular in the 90s.
Yeah.
Survival games. I don't play many. Like Minecraft is like probably the one survival game I put the most time into. But I like watching people play survival games. I think it's interesting to like watch other people's resource management in those kinds of situations.
Yeah. I think survival games can be pretty good.
Yeah, what was like the last survival game that you've like played through?
Probably Subnautica.
I've been meaning to give that a go, but I just haven't.
It's
got the
really good.
balls.
But
Yeah, I just started Doom Eternal today, so
the only thing is, I don't know how it might run a lot better on the newer Xbox, but it runs like shit on.
oh yeah, no, everything runs fucking awesome on my Xbox. Yeah, I'm gonna just say cringe for survival, just because like I've never really cared to play them.
I'll give it
Just
a base.
because, like, they're just like a little too tedious for
Yeah.
me. I like
Yeah.
whenever I'm playing games, I like the action. You
Yeah.
know, I like the doing. I don't like having to sit there and be like, man, do I want fucking pills or goddamn bottle of fire?
I'm gonna say cringe because this game we call life.
Cringe.
Wow, that's cringe if you'd even say that. Rhythm games. I'm gonna say they're cringe because they're fucking dead. They like literally they existed for like 10 minutes.
True. They're fun though.
They were fun, but like I don't want to buy $100 plastic peripheral
Yeah.
for every fucking Guitar Hero that comes out anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
That sucks.
I just want to play like I just want them to release like one game and then just put music out on it
know,
like
I'm-
consistently.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't done that because that's
Yeah.
kind of the way games have been going lately.
Yeah, it's just like you put out one title and you just like consistently update it and add more shit until it's just like the ultimate version of that franchise.
Maybe we'll see more of them in the next few years. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get that Taiko no Kujin, that like taiko drum rhythm game that's on Switch, and they only sell it in Japan.
Huh? I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, because they only sell it in Japan.
Yeah, I'm not into that weeb shit.
Well, it's just like taiko rhythm game. It's like Bandai Namco's rhythm game.
Lord is turning into a weeb. From being around HIV too much.
Yeah,
Too
it's
much.
rubbed off on.
I'm just gonna keep it at a cringe, just because fuck them for being dead.
I'll say bass because Guitar Hero 3 fucking slaps.
Dude, Guitar Hero 3 does fucking slap. I have Guitar Hero 3 over there right now.
Yeah,
Or
best
no, it's
one.
down there.
Pull out your fucking guitar.
It's broken.
I know. Pull it out.
It's not here.
Go walk and get it.
It's hours away. RPGs. Cringe as fuck.
The ones
Yeah.
I
Fuck
know.
RPGs.
Very cringe.
Love Fallout.
Dude,
New Vegas is the best.
RPGs are for people who like RPGs. And I don't
Me.
like that kind of people.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you don't even like Skyrim?
No.
My PlayStation won't even save Skyrim. I played it for half an hour, got killed for killing a chicken.
Or RPG is another one that needs to be a modifier, like action and platformer. I don't want to just play an RPG. I want to play like an action RPG or like MMORPG or something like that. You know, I don't want to just play an RPG.
This makes me want to go home and play New Vegas.
What about like Red Dead 2?
Red Dead Redemption 2 is more like an
love
open world
that.
sandbox.
Because you had, what,
It's an open world
crunchy
sandbox
beef
RPG.
wrap?
Yeah, exactly. You've proven my point exactly.
What were your horses' names?
Oh, I kept naming them after like Taco Bell items. So I had like beefy 5-layer burrito
Yeah.
and like quesarito and like Dorito Loco or some shit like that were all my horses' names.
You should have named them Large Baja Blast.
That was my first horse was Baja Blast.
Oh.
My first horse was Baja Blast.
How many damn horses did you go through?
Well, I just like kept getting better ones.
Oh.
Just until I got like the best horse in the game.
Like, you rank them up to your favorite things in Taco Bell. Oh, this is number 5. Oh, this is number 4.
No, it was just kind of, oh yeah, I need to name you. What did I order at Taco Bell last? Oh yeah, beefy 5-layer burrito.
All of my horses would be named $5 Chalupa Box.
Yes, name them $5, insert whatever box is available at the time. Yeah, I just think RPGs are just like kind of
Based.
boring. Dude, I don't want to sit around and like read text boxes and like fuck around with like skill points. I just want to play the fucking game.
It is one of the few games that can hold my attention longer than 5 minutes, so I like it.
Sounds to me like you have attention problems.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I hope you know that by now.
You know what? I take it back. RPGs are based.
Why? Defend yourself right now.
Red Dead 2.
Red Dead 2, hardly an RPG.
I consider it an RPG because I fucking loved being a fucking cowboy.
Yeah, I did
was
too.
awesome.
So does that mean GTA is just
Yes.
Gangster roleplay.
Urban
youth?
role playing game. It's a
Bold
good
claim.
one too.
I disagree. I think that open world sandbox is the most apt descriptor. RPG is a secondary term for those games.
I think Red Dead. Well, I think it was equally as much an RPG as it was an open world.
I think Red Dead toes the line a little more than like the rest of their stuff, but I would still say it's more like I didn't like hardly worry about like resource man. I literally I did my playthrough. I just ran around eating herbs off of the ground and
the way God intended.
Yeah, exactly. Like I didn't like worry about that shit at all. I played it like I was playing like an open world sandbox.
I mean, Skyrim, I guess, is kind of the same. It's like open world RPGs, I guess, are like kind of the only RPG style I play.
Uh-huh.
All the others kind of suck.
Yeah. I just want there to be like strong, robust, good, like, fighting and shooting and driving and things like that. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Simulation. I'm gonna say Cringe because they're just, like, it's like resource management, except boring.
Yeah.
There is only input to be given, no output, and it's a video game.
Yeah, I feel like simulations are kind of novelties. Like
yeah. I don't want to.
Sim.
Yeah, Flight Sim. Flight Sim's kind of cool though because it's like the whole of Earth.
Yeah, but it's like, oh wow, I can like fly this plane around the whole planet.
Yeah, you do it for like 20 minutes and then you stop.
And it's super realistic, but then you're like, oh, it takes me 3 hours to fly.
Yeah.
Just like in real life.
No, we went to Chernobyl and it took us 45 minutes one time.
Yeah. That shit takes.
You're like, oh, this isn't fun anymore. This is just
flying.
Yeah.
It's a flight simulator.
Like 20 minutes in, I was like, we don't have to go there anymore. And you're like, we're halfway there.
Yeah, we had to make it. We had to make it to Chernobyl.
And then we couldn't even fucking see the reactor, so it was stupid.
Yeah.
That also leads into like the like genre of comedy sim games, like Goat Sim.
I kind of like those.
Yeah, I think that it's like and like Surgeon Sim, like why would you need a game like this?
For the hell of it.
Exactly. Like without the
rot
concept.
Your brain.
Yeah. Like we wouldn't have great games like Goat Simulator if it wasn't for those shitty games like Sims.
Yeah, that's true.
I love Sims.
I know.
I've put so many hours into it over my life.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's a shame.
You don't want to have the Wicked Whims mod and have condoms and birth control sitting in your bathroom or see butt naked Sims?
No.
Me either.
Strategy games. I think they can be good. If I like stuff like Worms, like PvP strategy. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
I like that kind of stuff. Like,
I'll get them on my iPad once in a while just to shake things up.
A strategy game.
Yeah.
What kind?
Well, I think. These are more logic games.
So puzzle game?
No, like Sally's last name is George, and you got to go down and click them, and you got to make everything. Got to figure out all the pieces to. I don't know.
Sounds like a puzzle game.
Maybe. All I know is I type in logic games and things come up, and I'm like, oh, this looks good for the next 3 days.
I see.
Yeah.
I think RTSs can be cool if they're done well. If the real time part of the real time strategy is handled appropriately.
Yeah.
But I don't want to play like a strategy versus a computer, you know? I'd rather just play like chess against like a chess bot.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like real-time strategy games, but I think turn-based strategy games are super cringe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think turn-based strategy, if it's like PvP, is like fun.
It's Solitaire.
Solitaire is a card game?
I played on my iPad too.
Yeah, it doesn't make it not a card game.
It's a strategy game.
You
gotta use lush strategy.
So is the Magic the Gathering card game that you play on your computer, is that then not a card game?
Magic the Gathering is for awful people.
Virgins.
Everyone I went to high school with.
I was gonna say, you gagged when he said that, like you could almost smell the Magic the Gathering players.
Oh no! I mean, I was friends with a lot of them, so yeah.
Sports. I'm gonna say are cringe unless it's Mario Sports. And even then, those can also be cringe.
I do have one counter for you.
Yeah.
Wii Sports.
Madden.
Wii Sports, fuck, you're right.
Oh god.
So I think the rule here is not sports sim. Sports sims are dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Waste of money.
Yeah.
And time and energy. Just a waste.
Yeah.
What about Just Dance?
Just Dance.
Is that a
I'd probably,
rhythm?
yeah, I'd call that a rhythm game.
Oh.
Not a sports game. Racing games.
Based.
They can be cool, but like, do we really need more than one?
Yes.
Really? Like, other than like we have kart racers, we have
Yeah.
Mario Kart. Do we need another Mario Kart? No.
No.
We
Mario
have
Kart has a monopoly on kart racing.
yeah. We have open world racing games. We have Forza Horizon. Do we need any more? No. We have Forza for just like traditional track racers. Do we need any more? No.
It's basically
What else?
all you need.
There's 3 games in the entire genre.
But they're all good games.
Yeah, but like, except for Forza. Normal Forza is boring as fuck.
I kind of like normal Forza. It's
It's
not.
just-
I like Horizons better, but if you're really into like track racing and stuff,
Nah, that's just boring as fuck. I don't want to drive in a circle for like an hour and shit.
yeah, and that's why they made
Fuck
Forza
that.
Horizon.
Yeah, that's why I play that, dude. I'm gonna say Cringe for only having 3 games.
All right.
Open world sandbox, one of the best genres.
Hell yeah.
Literally the epitome of do what the fuck you want.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect.
Yeah, literally, sandbox just means like exactly what it means. It's a sandbox.
Yeah,
Do with it what you please.
it's one of the best genres, I'd say.
What was the last like open world game you played? Like fully open world? Because mine would probably be Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, it might be Red Dead Redemption 2. Cyberpunk, I guess, maybe?
Yeah, that counts. Cyberpunk is like open world sandbox RPG.
Yeah.
Did you beat Cyberpunk?
No.
Dude, I haven't met anybody that's actually fucking beat Cyberpunk.
Yeah, because it sucked,
Yeah.
sadly.
MMOs. I think MMO is another modifier.
Yeah, it
title,
kinda is.
You know, like I don't want to just play an MMO. I
Yeah,
want to
like
play
what does
like
that even mean, honestly?
massive multiplayer online. It just means giant lobbies with lots of people.
Well, yeah, but it's like, what is just an MMO? Like, does that even
Like-
exist?
I'm trying to think. Like the OG MMO that I can think of is like League of Legends.
Yeah.
And that is also like a MMO fucking
Top down. What do they call that? There's like a.
I don't know. What is League of Legends?
Top down arena thing. I don't know.
Yeah. What genre is League of Legends?
Multiplayer online battle arena or action role playing game.
Oh, so MMO arena? I don't know.
Yeah.
I hate League of Legends.
Yeah, fuck League of Legends.
I think MMO, I'm just going to say Cringe for not having an identity of its own.
Cringe.
It simply exists for the purpose of us being like, yeah, a lot of people play this online.
Yeah. What
When
if you
we-
make an MMO but only a couple people play it online? Is it still an MMO?
Are you saying like there's a low player count?
Yeah.
Or like they only allow
No,
low
there's just a low
numbers?
player count.
Then it'd just be a MO. Indie. I think indie titles they're like always going to be super niche.
Yeah.
So you will find like the indie titles that you like. They
Yeah.
will like naturally come to you. Like the ones that are
Yeah.
good. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Basically every time I pick up an indie game, it's one that I am certain I will enjoy. And I usually will. You know, I
Yeah.
can't think of an instance of me picking up an indie game and not liking it.
I think indie games are really cool. It's nice to have some games that, like, you know, indie games, a lot of times when if it's something that you're actually buying, it's usually something that's, like, nice and, like, something fresh,
well put together.
Exactly, something well put together. Usually, all the you know trash just sinks to the bottom and no one really plays it. So
you'll typically be able to tell too based on like what platforms it ends up on.
Yeah.
Like if it's something that just ends up on Steam, it's probably just shitty Steamware.
Yeah.
And then if it's something that you hear about and then it like ends up on like Switch or Xbox or PlayStation, that usually means it's like a solid title.
Yeah.
Or the other way around. There's sometimes like indies that'll launch on Xbox or PlayStation or Switch. Switch has a lot of them. Nintendo has a lot of like indie titles that they have that like get published there, which is really cool. I like seeing more and more indies too.
Yes,
it like gives competition to the like big guys.
And it's really nice too. Like a lot of the big like AAA studios and stuff, they kind of just make the same things. So the indie developers, a lot of times they bring some new like unique stuff,
something different. Something that like couldn't be like conceived in like one of them corporate things.
Exactly, yeah.
Which is really cool.
Based phone/mobile games. Cringe. If you play mobile games, you're a dented head smudgy. You playing phone games right now?
No, I'm going through Twitter.
Oh, that's basically a phone game, except it's just retardation. The game.
Yeah.
Fuck phone games.
You got any games
Except
on
for
the phone?
Angry Birds. Angry Birds is the only one that used to pass.
Yeah.
No.
I want them to get launched into my penis.
What about Animal Crossing on the phone?
That's not the same.
It's a phone game.
It's a port of sorts.
Oh, okay. So that one's okay for me to play.
Yeah, if it's like
What about
an
Candy
actually
Crush?
like full game.
What about Candy Crush?
Cringe.
Candy Crush is just Bejeweled, but for 40-year-old white moms. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Dungeon crawlers.
I'm a dungeon crawler.
Yeah, I know. Dungeon crawlers are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've only played like a handful, but every time I play them, I like them. I'm honestly probably going to be, after playing Metroid Dread, I'm probably going to be playing a lot more like dungeon crawler types.
Dungeon crawlers are pretty cool. I haven't played that many of them.
I
think Dead Cells, I think you would
Never
consider
played
that.
that.
It's kind of like a platform dungeon crawler. It's a pretty cool game.
Yeah.
So I like the genre.
Roguelites.
Love it.
I like some of them sometimes. They're just like time wasters in my opinion. Like if I'm picking up a roguelite, that just means I have nothing else better to do with my life. So I'm gonna say Cringe just for that reason. It's the time waste genre.
Yeah. But I like them.
Yeah.
They're good. You can play them so many times, and a lot of times they're really good for just like, I got 40 minutes to an hour to kill, and I don't want to like play a different game.
Yeah, they like serve a purpose, but they aren't like hardcore enough. You know, like not like gameplay wise. It's just like it's not something I can like get into.
Yeah.
Shoot 'em ups, they can be cool. I need to play more. I want to play some of the like weird Japanese ones.
Oh my
Because
god.
like in the 90s, like in the 90s, they like literally just made the weirdest like shoot 'em ups.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen like? I'm trying to think of what it's called. But like, you literally are just like a flying man JPEG.
Yeah,
And-
I've seen some of those.
Yeah, like that's like a whole like subgenre. It's just like
Me on a good day.
retarded Japanese shoot 'em up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say based on that part, just because it's a genre that is like flexible and like can do a whole bunch.
Yeah. I guess I'll say based on that.
Yeah, there's like so many different things you can do with it.
I don't know if I've ever really played any just like straight like hardcore shoot 'em ups. Like,
Really?
like I don't know. Give me some examples.
Cuphead.
Well, yeah, I've played Cuphead.
Hard time thinking of some good ones that you might have played.
Yeah.
They're like really popular in Japan.
Yeah. Doom. Nah, it's more like a first-person
Yeah,
shooter.
Doom is like the
Space
FPS.
Invaders.
Yeah, Space Invaders counts. That's the OG shoot 'em up.
Like that.
Yes.
That's the only one I recognize off this list. Yeah, most of these are not
have
from
you ever
America.
heard of fucking Space Invaders Invasion Day?
No.
It's a Space Invaders game that is a 3D action game that is also still just Space Invaders.
Huh.
And it's awful. It's terrible.
I see.
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese has a Space Invaders.
Yeah, they do. They have like a Space Invaders like
I think we played that
Yeah.
together once.
man. I'm looking through the Steam page for shoot 'em ups, and all of these games are just like, who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, a real like another like just kind of dead genre.
Yeah.
One that just sort of exists on the fringes of gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So all in all, you're gonna say video games based or cringe?
Based, of course.
Based, absolutely.
What, video games as a whole?
Yeah,
Cringe on most days.
Mm.
you're cringe.
I am.
P-balls for watching.
For watching.